A cheating husband was exposed by accident. And I had no idea about that. Maybe we have listeners that are familiar with this product line, this particular store, or this condition. But a husband cheating on his wife was exposed after the wife notices something in the house, then goes online to ask people for advice or, hey, do you have any idea what's causing this? So what is it? A woman learned that her husband was cheating because various items in the house started to change color mysteriously. Like what? So she says, everything in my house is turning green. Oh. And then she hits Reddit and goes to a Reddit thread entitled Cleaning Tips.
Okay.
Man, that's like the Marlon Blues Brothers. That Reddit's got everything, you know. Right. Look, disco pants and haircuts, baby clothes. New Oldsmobiles are in early this year. So she's on the Cleaning Tips thread on Reddit looking for some advice. Yes, there are a million folks on the cleaning thread on Reddit, Cleaning Tips.
Absolutely.
So she says that everything in her house is turning green. She explained she first noticed that her cat's fur was taking on a little bit of a greenish tint. Then the green tint was noticed on her bed sheets, feet, couch. Phone charger in the wall had also gotten a little green hue.
It's like a mold issue or something?
You know what? She initially thought that it was due to mold or maybe like laundry detergent pods, but no. So she goes online after being mystified. She's bafflated. She has no idea. Bafflated, look it up, it's a word. She's bafflated. So she starts posting photos on the Reddit subgroup of things that are starting to turn green. And then a summary of, hey, this is happening in my house and things are turning green. And somebody said, hey, maybe it's caused by the cats getting into some kind of green material that you don't know. That's somewhere in the house, the garage, maybe something outside, outdoor cat potentially. Maybe it's some, with the furniture. Maybe there's some medical complication. But then somebody makes a suggestion. Oh, and she had already taken the cat to the vet, flipped the furniture over to look.
What is it?
Had the water and the air conditioning checked out. Had like a mold remediator come out and test for mold.
Wasn't any of that stuff.
Nope. Changed her bedding, consulted her doctor. What the hell's going on? So, and where does the husband cheating come into this equation? Well, here it is. Somebody suggested that the discoloration could be caused by a new pair of Old Navy jeans because apparently they stain everything. Is that true?
What?
Yeah, so hang on, the rest of the story's coming. If you can confirm this, does anyone have experience with Old Navy jeans?
It's so dyed that it leaves its print?
And that the jeans leave a greenish hue? Can anyone confirm this? Have you had anything stained by a new pair of Old Navy jeans? 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. So the woman's like, what? Old Navy jeans? I don't have Old Navy jeans. So she rejects that because she doesn't wear Old Navy jeans. Her husband doesn't wear Old Navy jeans. Guess what? It was the fling, the woman that the husband was bangalating, that was wearing the Old Navy jeans, and so the greenness or the tint from the jeans was rubbing off on him, and then in turn, hands, feet, body, his clothes. Oh. Yep, and then It was rubbing off on the cat, on the bed sheets, etc.
What'd they do to the cat?
Wow. Euthanized. No, I don't know.
Did she put the cat in a leg lock? What the hell's going on with that?
If anyone would like to confirm some of these stories about Old Navy jeans staining stuff, is it a green hue? Apparently, according to her, it is. 800-990-1047. Love to hear from you. If you have any Old Navy jeans experience, 800-990-1047. But the theory about the Old Navy jeans turned out to be the truth.
It's terrible.
Wow. And then finally, she responds back that, hey, whoever suggested Old Navy jeans rubbing off, causing the discoloration in her house, 100% right.
That's why you got to have your girlfriend get naked at the door.
Yep. So what happened was the husband apparently bought the jeans for the side ride. So she checked her joint account and apparently found
Old Navy purchases?
Old Navy purchase. And the husband didn't typically go to Old Navy, so he was shopping with her or buying stuff for her.
Let me give this guy a TED talk on how to do this. A, pay cash. B, any girlfriend that's impressed with stuff from Old Navy isn't worth screwing up everything else for.
Hang on, Chelsea. Chelsea's in Clearwater. Chelsea, hey, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hello.
Hey, good morning.
Hey.
So I was going to say, so like, I don't shop at Old Navy anymore, partly because the jeans they're like very cheaply made clothing. So like, even if you buy, let's say, a black t-shirt, by the end of the day, when you take that off, your armpits are like stained black.
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah, it's very, very cheap. And then I remember when I was younger and I would wear them, like by the end of the school day, my hands would be like, mine would be like blue. I think it depends on what type of jean.
Wait a minute, how the hell do they stay in business if for years their dyes from their clothing are rubbing off on everything?
Here's why.
Yeah.
Chelsea, remember like 15 years ago, Old Navy was kind of like just like a hip brand that had pretty good quality stuff. Now, MJ, I equate it to like sub Walmart quality. Because
I agree.
They're a volume place. They're big box. They're big in malls.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, and they have to sell a lot. I mean, you go there for clothes you really aren't going to care about. You know,
right,
does that make
exactly.
sense?
And honestly, like Walmart has stepped up their game. You know what I mean? They've got Sofia Vergara's line. Like they've really. I was in there the other day and I thought, oh, okay, I didn't realize this was happening. But can I just say something? Like if I was having an affair with a married man and the best he could do was take me shopping at Old Navy,
Thank you.
like it would not be worth it for me. I would not risk it all for like the best and like, you know, when you're having the affair, that's when it's all exciting and they're taking you to steak dinners and treating you.
Hold on, Chelsea, it sounds like you have experience with the affair category.
All right.
Listen, I never sought it out, but yes, I have had affairs with, you know, it sounds horrible. Don't judge me, okay?
I'm not.
Me. But
I'm not. I'm not judging, Chelsea. I think your phone call's fantastic so far. So, Chelsea, were you married when you had an affair, or you were single and you got involved with a married guy?
Both.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but let me clarify though. When I had those affairs, there was never an intent on either party to develop a relationship. It was just kind of like a physical transaction. And I'm not excusing cheating. Like I think that's, you know, you got to dig deep and figure out you should leave if you're going to cheat. You should just go ahead and leave.
So how long ago was this? When has this happened more than once, or was it only one time that you got involved with an affair?
No, I mean, it happened more than once.
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
we live in Florida. You know, there were times that I didn't know that he was married. You know what I mean? And
but were you married both times, or how many times did you have affairs, or how many times did you cheat?
At the end of my marriage, and again, like I could blame him all day long, but I should have just left. I think that when people cheat, a lot of times there are needs that are not being met. And at the end of my marriage, I cheated on him quite a bit, but at the same time, he was cheating on me with a substance that I couldn't compete with, right? Like,
whoa, what was the substance?
drugs.
Yeah,
you know.
he wanted a
Alright.
different kind of
Alright.
crack than Chelsea.
Wow. How old were you when the cheating was going on?
Man, I got married very young. I got married when I was 21.
Right.
So, you know, I was in my 20s. I was in my prime. I'm 36 now. So I
Hey,
haven't.
listen, 36, you're still in your prime. You're still doing just fine.
All right, Chelsea.
Thank you.
Chelsea, listen, next week, if we talk about affair disaster stories, we got to
Yeah.
call you back and then
Yeah,
take other
yeah.
calls.
Oh, Chelsea's got great.
Oh, yeah.
She's got a great game here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
Chelsea, are you back in a relationship? Are you married?
No, I am divorced for 6 years. I just, you know, I had to take some time to really assess, okay, why, no matter what the excuse is, again, I think that if you're in a position where you're pushed to go outside of your relationship to have your needs met,
Right.
and you vocalize.
Are you talking about emotional needs or like sexual needs?
Physical,
Any of them.
yeah, physical, emotional, you know, because it's very natural to be physical, you know, and I think that's a huge element in a relationship. And so if for whatever reason the man or the woman is not feeling loved and attractive and wanted by their partner, we're going to go find somebody that wants us and makes us feel good.
So, how many different guys do you think you cheated with during your marriage?
Oh, God, that's terrible. 1, 2, 3, 4, probably like 5.
Wow.
And none of them took you to Old Navy.
No, none of them took. God, I can't believe I'm revealing this. No, I can't do this over the air. But
Well, hold on. No, hold on.
Whoa,
Come on,
whoa.
come on. Don't tease us like that.
it's okay. It's going to sound out of context. It's going to sound very, very, very deeply wrong. But I ended up having an affair with a very close family member of my ex-husband's, and you know, it was just he pursued me, and he treated me like a queen. He helped me with my daughter when my ex was completely absent physically and financially, and we had an affair for about 3 years.
Wow. What's your current status? Are you dating?
No, I just, you know, I've got a 14-year-old, so I just work like a dog. I work and come home, and it's her childhood. I'm not really trying to have my single life romp. You know, I don't want to miss out on things. We've got extracurriculars and school, and
Gotcha.
I grew up. You know what I mean? I grew up, and I realize now that if the thought of, you know, wanting to cheat, like, I got to assess that. I got to figure out what it is that, you know, I'm not contributing maybe.
Were you turned on by having all these affairs and all these encounters?
Absolutely. Yeah. That's part of the rush.
Wow.
You know, you're like, oh, I could get caught. This is so bad, but it feels so good. I'm going to do it.
Wow, you sound like a dynamo.
All right, Chelsea,
Oh.
thank you for the call.
You're welcome.
All right, we'll go shopping at the
Anytime.
mall later.
Chelsea, great call. Thank
Yes.
you.
Yeah, you're welcome, you guys. I love your show.
Thank you, Chelsea.
Thank you. Wow, what a story. You like the video? If so, go ahead and click like, share, subscribe, and get more.